Hello ladies and gentlemen, Anime Freak here, and welcome back to the non-existent game that exists, known as Sakura Spirit. Yes, we are back to try to complete this somewhat of a game text adventure thing. So far in the story I've traveled to time. I don't know if I'm traveling through time in an alternate dimension, but I met two ninja girls, one with a katana, another one with a spear thing, whose name I forget, and two fox girls, all of which who are greatly assetted, and the fox girls stole the ninja girls' panties, which is a thing you do back in time. I don't know. Let's load the game. When we exited the forest, alarms set off in my mind. The city I had lived in my whole life, it was gone. Oh my god. Takahiro, you've got to be kidding me. You are now Captain Kirk, my friend. I'm going to play you at Captain Kirk. If I wasn't in Tsukihiro Toshi, then where the hell was I? This name will never be pronounced right. Hey, no talking. Narumi. Come on, I don't want to bop you that much. Kind of. Maybe a punch or two. Wow, you got a sadist streak. I just want to know how the heck you blocked my strike so easily. Homeboy again. Your attack had a lot of power behind it, but it was kind of predictable. With the right movement and enough force, that's the result you get. That is kind of true. Anyway, I'll play along for a bit. Where in the world are we? This clearly isn't my hometown. I mean, the buildings look more like they belong in some sort of classical samurai movie. God damn it, Mr. Spock, am I pretty? Huh? What in the heck is a movie? This is Harumaru. Oh wow, that one was easy to pronounce. It's been here forever. And ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and okay. Hikage. I thought I told you to silence him if he spoke again. Girl, you are violent. Actually, you told me that I could, but you didn't tell me that I had to. I like you. Must be tough being the subordinate of someone like that. Be quiet or I will silence you for good. Violent! This time it didn't seem to be an idle threat. The girl had unsheathed her katana and was now resting the edge of the blade against my throat. I was already starting to regret having played a hero earlier. Oh god, I'm choking to death on my phlegm. Allergies, man, they're killing me. Hopefully there would be someone with more common sense in the village. Oh, you'd be surprised. Several minutes later... ... I soon found myself confined. God, reading can be boring. I soon found myself confined within a small room. The stern-looking tsundere of a girl glaring down at me, while the other girl, who was apparently called Narumi, seemed to have softened up a bit. From what I had gathered during their conversations, they had called the village elder to help oversee my questioning. I have answers if you have questions. What purpose did these thieves have? Or are you just some pervert who gets of... I think that's supposed to be off, but we'll go of sniffing girls' undies. I ought to castrate you. Ow! Ow, I really do have to pay a nut. Or two. I already told you I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Not to mention anything worn by you would probably smell sour. Oh, dude, that is a wrong answer to give. I couldn't see too well from the cell where they had put me, but I was almost certain I could hear Narumi laughing nearby. Well, it is a funny joke, but you were trying to get stabbed. Village Elder. Indiscriminate Village Elder number 1. Takushi Dono. Please. Calm down, I think. You brought him in to learn the reason behind his presence in the forest, didn't you? Indiscriminate Village Elder number 1. This is correct, Elder-sama. Wow. He is just Village Elder number 1. Wow. I believe he was working together with the Fox Spirits to steal... well... Panties. I'm trying not to scream that at the top of my lungs. And other undergarments. Wow, like this... Objection! Objection! I'm pointing. Phoenix Wright. Get it? You can't see me point, but I am pointing. Huh? What are you objecting to, young man? The evidence surrounding the defense's accusation was fabricated. My God, we're playing Phoenix right now! Narumi-san, would you please answer the question for the judge? Was the defendant, that is, myself, yes, I am the defendant, anywhere near those girls while you two were in pursuit of them? Told it! Just who are you calling a judge here? Lower your voice or I will strike you down as a... Dah! Hey, Mio-san, maybe the whole angry accusation thing isn't working. This guy clearly isn't a bandit. We could just ask him why he was up there in the woods. If he had a valid reason, then sure. If not, then he's clearly a panty thief, and we'll use him as a punching bag out in the yard. Oh my God, that escalated quickly. Finally, and here I thought this was about to become a turnabout case. Stop being Phoenix Wright, homeboy. I sighed deeply, partly amused by my own act despite the seriousness of the situation. Who would have ever thought mimicking characters from games and movies would end up getting me out of trouble? Yeah, homeboy! That's how you do it. You Phoenix Wright it until the judge says you're not guilty. Because Phoenix Wright is always right. Objection. I need a webcam for this one. As long as I didn't become an ace prisoner, things would hopefully turn out for the better. You've lost me! You had me, and then you made the pun! Wise idea, Narumi-chan. How about you start by giving us your name? Village Elder Hayate. Okay, Village Elder Hayate, you're no longer number 1. Gushkin Takahiro. Gushiken. Oh, there, Takahiro. So what were you doing in the forest when those two were chasing the thieves? I'm not entirely sure myself. One moment I was praying at a shrine, hidden inside the forest. Next day I knew some weird girls were talking to me. A girl? Oh, that said a girl. Yes, a girl with horns and a tail. I know it sounds weird, but I could have sworn I saw her before I... I must have fainted. After that I woke up somewhere... in the forest. Takushi... No, don't know. Narumi-chan, do you recall the stories behind the shrine near our village? Forgive me, Elder-sama, I do not recall them. Well, that's because you're too busy trying to dice me into little pieces. I know it's a place of high spiritual energy, a sacred place, but I can't remember the details. Sorry, grandfather. We are literally 3 episodes into this friggin' thing, and I have not made one decision. That shrine belongs to Shuyori. A powerful spirit that has been watching over our village for as long as anyone can remember. Unlike the fox spirits, we tend to avoid going too deep into the forest. I still think I could get rid of those pests once and for all if you would just let me go in and find their home. It's probably hidden in some deep, damp cave in the hill or some run-down old house. Humans and spirits rarely merge, even if they meet with good intentions. You're a wise old man. The fact that this lad says he saw a spirit means there's a chance he was there for a reason. Not to mention, did you take a good look at him yet? He seems disorientated and his clothes look foreign. Their future clothes. Yeah, their future clothes. You fit. You look like a schoolgirl with a katana and a schoolgirl with a naginata. He did seem to be talking gibberish earlier. He came to be from a city near here, but there's nothing like that around for miles. He was also talking about something called a movie, and he used some fighting techniques that I had never ever seen before. Well, of course you haven't. You are a ninja schoolgirl from the past. He's still a pervert. You did. I'm not a pervert. It's perfectly natural for a guy my age to be curious about certain things. Besides, if you're talking about how the panties ended up on my face, I had nothing to do with it, Tsundere tyrant. Did you just call me? I gotta smash you to pieces, you brat. Oh, wait. Now that I think about it, those two foxes did look like they were just abandoning them. But grandfather, what does this all mean? I can't be certain, however, I believe it is unlikely that he's working together with the fox spirits. Well, still, I have never heard of any human to come upon a spirit such as Tsuyuri. I dare say he might not even be of this world. I'm starting to think that too. Wait, are you trying to say that I'm in a different world now? Oh, so it's not time travel. That would be the most logical explanation. Logic left this game 5 clicks back. In what world would that be considered logic? But I have an important tournament to participate in 2 weeks from now. Well, no one has ever experienced something like this before. We will have to think of how to deal with you if it is even possible to get you back to your own world. In the meantime, a night in the cell won't hurt. He did assault a village guard and he resisted arrest. He could stay here until he rots for all I care. Wow, lady, you care. But I suspect Elder will wish to have a talk with you soon. Hikage, I am going to clean myself off. I suggest you do the same. I would take offense for implying that I stink, but that was one hell of a run. Those fox spirits ran fast. I would still like to know more about those techniques, Takahiro-san. If you do happen to stick around, I might want to go a few rounds with you. Yeah, I'd fight her. It's not like I'll be going anywhere for the time being. Village Elder. It is only for a few hours while we discuss what to do with you. A person such as yourself would end up causing quite the commotion amongst the villagers, so it is necessary to convince them that you mean them no harm before we release you. You all took this in stride. Like, you took this whole situation like friggin' champs. And that was how I found myself stuck in a jail cell, while the people responsible for my situation left to deal with personal errands. This sucks. ... As if being sent to the past, to a different world wasn't bad enough. I'm stuck in jail with my own company being ... Familiar older voice. A pair of beautiful, magnificent, majestic fox sisters, you lucky boy. A pair of beautiful ... Wait a second. I feel oblivious because I don't know how to turn around. Yeah ha 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 ha. Yahoo! Hi there, panty boy. A familiar face appeared at the top of my cell. A blonde girl with golden eyes. Ooh, do I get to see her? As I watched, she flipped over and landed in front of the cell, waving her hands at me. From the side of the cell, another girl appeared with a wavy grin on her face. I don't know. Ah, it's the panty thieves. If you're here to reclaim your hostages, they are already back where they belong. Nope, we saw the guards go into the baths and swipe the maiden's silk again. Look. Wait. With that, she pulled out a pair of lacy, silken underwear from her sleeves and stretched it out with her thumbs, showing off her panty prize to me. Why? You came all the way back here to snatch their underwear again. And I'm not sure the Sudere tyrant fits that label. The cutie with the katana? You would be surprised. I happen to believe that she is as innocent as one can be. She seems far too uptight to let any man touch her. I'm not gonna debate you there. And so returning to the village, we have a debt to settle. I smiled weakly as I wondered what the fox meant by debt. I'm not sure what this debt of yours might be, but I think you better leave before those two return. You don't seem to be on friendly terms with the samurai girls. Wait, if he doesn't know about it, we can just leave, Oni-sama. Haha. Meiko, that is not how we do things. Young man, your actions allowed us to escape our earlier predicament without harm. This places us in your debt, for which we are now repaying you. Meiko, do the magic. You got the magic stick. More like a fan, probably. Okay. Younger girl walked forward and placed her hands upon the locked door of the cell. She began muttering something that I couldn't even begin to understand, and her hands began glowing brightly. That's because she's magic. Different worlds, girls wielding weapons, and now fox girls using magic. Next on the list, I'm going to find a talkative magic sword and end up destined to save the world. Homeboy, don't even start. You are predicting all of this. That said, I was curious to see what this magic would do to the lock keeping me imprisoned. Ha! The glow flared for a moment before quickly fading. There was a hiss and then a sizzle as the lock dripped to the floor in a mess of melted metal. Ooh, melty metal. Well done, Meiko-chan. You did very well. Relax for now, alright? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be the most surprised about. Hyphen thingy. The fact that a girl just melted a steel lock, or that I'm starting to accept that this is normal. It's normal. This level of magic is extraordinary. Meiko-chan is quite gifted. But as I said, we are here to settle all debt. If you would like, we can escort you back to the forest where we first encountered you. I do however suggest that you decide quickly. The guards do not bathe for long. I should know. I have observed them for a while. Well, I don't plan on sticking around, so I'll gladly accompany the two of you out here. Maybe I'll be able to find my way back home. Lead the way, peeping Tammy. Makiko, Sakura, Makiko, not Tammy. Okay. Takahiro. But I suggest we keep the introductions for later. Very well then. Takahin, follow. As I was stepping out of the cell, the sound of a familiar voice boomed in the distance. Thieves! Crafty, foxy, can't I'll skin you alive. I think that's our cue to get out of here. And with that, the three of us darted out of the prison. with darting out places. And that's pretty much what happened. According to the village elder, there's supposed to be a shrine somewhere in the forest. It must be the same one I visited before I got caught up in this mess. I'm calling it there. I'm not even trying. We just escaped prison, homeboy. That deserves some rest.